Good afternoon, traders. It's Simon here with your weekly review of Aussie dollar, pound yen, and euro dollar. So last week I was an idiot, and although I've installed a new set of Windows on this system, the green light on the microphone was on, but the drivers wasn't working, so we had no sound. And I've only just found that out right now, so it's a bit annoying because also I went to gold last week as well and show how good gold is and what to expect, blah blah blah. So let's try again this week with some sound and we'll go further forward. So, firstly, I felt that we would get a move up a little bit higher, then break back down again on the DXY. And to show you what's happened here, there we are on the daily chart. We had this breakdown, come back up, test the daily 50. And now we move back down again. I quite like that. That looks very, very nice now. Quite clean to see that we rejected the daily 50 EMA. So now I'll be looking for dollar short positions, like euro dollar long would be quite nice, and the like, just to actually take advantage of this DXY chart now. So I am bearish on the dollar for the moment. Personally myself, I do see a move back down to 94 is quite possible. Again, back up to the weekly chart. 94 shows this box here, and I feel that this move up then come back down again would be ideal. Now I know some people might go, this is a lower low on the weekly and this is the lower high compared to that, which would make sense. Plus we got a head and shoulder pattern happening. I still don't think this head and shoulder pattern will play out. The monthly chart for me says this. We had this triangle here, to give you an example. We've got a triangle there like that, and then just put another line there like that. That's the triangle. Break up to the upside, mess around, break back down again, and then this is the next leg up. This is, and if you look here, this will put in, I would say, a higher low here on this one here, bump down there, and then move back up afterwards. So I do think 102 is going to be the ideal situation. I do genuinely believe this triangle breakout and this move back down to retest the actual key levels here on the monthly perspective is what is going to happen. So like I said, I am short the dollar for the moment, and we will see where it heads next over the next few weeks. So how does it look like on Aussie dollar? So let's look at Aussie dollar on the weekly chart to start with, and what we've got is we have this super duper low test, move back up, pop back down. Looks like here we had a higher low here, and it looks like now we're going to move back up to at least 735 again. That's the minimum I'd expect this chart to move to. The daily chart, again, not the cleanest in the world, I must admit, but at the same time it looks like this is the higher low from here. It does look, it could be that way. RSI here, we've got zero RSI there for the last few bits there. We've got some bullish MACD divergence on the daily chart as well. So I would be looking for maybe some confirmation on the lower time frame. Let's go to the lower time frame for the Aussie dollar chart. And you see here, we already are in a zone I was interested in the past. I had this zone is interested in the past. So break and retest of 72 on the intraday chart would give me that indication on the Australian dollar chart where it's going to go next. For me, it's not the clearest chart in the world, and I'll show you why. Because euro dollar itself, I feel, is a much better chart here. So this is your daily chart here, which means we tested both the triangle. But let's look at the weekly chart first. We've chopped around, done nothing, got a nice little mini low test here. It looks like we're going to break out to the upside. And it's testing 1.14 again. Now I said the daily chart, this is what I like on the daily so far. It appears to me we've had this triangle, we broke back up, we've come back down and put in a higher low here compared to all this down here. We're testing 1.13, which is the purple line I highlighted to make sure you can see that nice and clearly how it's respected price in the past. And now obviously we had this nice bullish engulfing count up to the upside. Only thing though with this, it's on low volume, but then the bearish engulfing count was also on low volume. So the fact we've actually had some big movements and the volume did pick up does actually mean I feel this rejection is valid. And we've rejected the upward sloping trend line, the downward sloping trend line, and the key area here zone. We just closed around with the daily 50. At the moment, the daily 50 doesn't concern me now. We chopped through it quite a few times, so I'm not too bothered. When we come down to the lower time frame on euro dollar, let's have a look at what we've done. You can see here we test this box again and powered up to the upside again. And again, when we zoom in on the volume status of these candles as well, look how it is: small candle, small volume. And the volume started picking up, candles getting bigger, volume picked up, and candles getting bigger. So I look for a small pullback to this old R1. The 4 hour 50 MA will be there. That's what we're looking for. This upward sloping trend line. It'd be quite nice if you had a pullback to around this area here. You could put your stop there, and you can target the weekly level 1.57 again. It may go higher than that, 157, but there you see you got almost a 3% trade with a safe 70 pip stop there. You could go slightly tighter and do that there for a 35 pip stop or something, depending really what you're looking for and how your strategies are. But yeah, that's what I'll be looking for, something like that. And yeah, that just, to me, that just looks quite a nice rejection there. It broke back into the area quite nicely. Also notice here as well, the volume did pick up on the way out as well. So the fact the volume picked on the way out and on the way back in just says to me it was a test of this area here. The 1 hour chart, you can see here, this was one of my positions I had. I did get stopped out on this particular position, but at the same time, it was well worth the risk. So now I'll wait for another retest of this 1 hour 50 EMA, and I'll then be doing the entry there. That 1 hour 50 EMA also lines up with the 4 hour and everything else, so I quite like that, and eurudollar does give me some direction for that. And like I said, 1.157 is my first key level for targeting, and I still have an overall test of 1.185 that will also be in my remit of where I think it would head next. So the next one there is pound yen, and the last few weeks with pound yen I've not been happy trading it. I don't like it. It's had quite significant swings, and if you trade off the weekly chart, it's good, it's no problem. The daily chart, however, doesn't give me much confidence in where it will go next. So on the daily chart here, we had this inverse head and shoulder pattern, which I thought could have been where we move up. We broke right way down, tested 136, and just railed all the way through the key levels again. So if you look at 140 level, we stopped at 140 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and here we just sliced through it like it's nothing. And to me, that doesn't make much sense in regards to technical analysis, because you want to have some structure here. I also said I was concerned about the daily 50 last week. Again, it didn't do nothing. I didn't like this trade at all, taking it short. The reason why, the volume's really low here. There's no volume whatsoever. There's no real rejection there. And when you come down to the 1 hour chart and the 4 hour chart, what you'll see at that level was just a chart trending upwards all the time. It never made a pullback, never put a lower high in or a lower low in. It just carried on going all the way. It hasn't changed yet either, by the way. There's no patterns whatsoever. Even the 4 hour chart as well shows this. Look, the 4 hour chart is a beautiful way of seeing the trend. What I see here though is just bunching up a little bit now, so it looks as though we could have some form of wedge forming there. Let's have a look for you there, like that. There is some form of wedge forming, which I'd be concerned of. And notice how RSI now is starting to make lower highs there. So, not saying it's going to go down just yet, but I would be wary if you was buying now because of where it is. And again, though, you see how this chart has just moved up significantly, and not on mega volume either. So that would concern me. So yeah, and if you had a pullback now, I want to pull back down to 140. If you had a move down to 140, just down to there, I'll be happy to, and we got some rejection signals there, some low tests, this, that and the other. I will be interested in taking a trade there long, so obviously we could do something like this. But at the same time, I don't like this trade at all. It's not been the nicest in the world. So now for the bonus we had last week, we'll go over gold again this week to show you what I'm looking for and what I want, and how I'm going to manage this trade. So gold itself has done something I didn't expect it to do. This bullish engulfing candle I didn't expect that, to be quite honest. I was actually hoping for a bit of a pullback. So this is the weekly chart here. You got a few high tests there, and then I was hoping for a pullback down to about this area here, the weekly 50 EMA, where we extend this box that way like that. And I was expecting to pull back into this box. That's what I wanted, really, in all fairness. If we got that there, I'd have entered again straight away. Now we're at the 1305 level, which you can see has been keying apart, and this box area here at the top. So I would be concerned about taking any trades long now. I feel that you'd probably miss the boat now, if that makes sense, purely because just of where we are, and this move, this significant move like this has been absolutely crazy. I entered gold around here somewhere, just on this break and retest of this day 50 EMA. Kind of wish I entered around here as well, but I just was a bit conservative here, and it's nice to have that. It's railed up since all the time, and I'm still targeting the dizzy heights of $1,800. So what I really want now really is a pullback to the daily 50 here, mate. I just want to pull back to the daily 50. That's what I'm looking for to get my next trading. Something like this round here, stop like that. And again, you can do $1,800 again as a target, because I do feel gold will go that far. That's an 18% trade. If you want 13.50, which is the next key level up here, that makes sense as well for 3% trade. Easy trading, no stress, no aggro, no nothing. So that's what I'm looking for really. But for now, we need to see how it develops on the intraday time frame, see if we get any trend change. And obviously, we go down here to the 4-hour chart. There you see my entry here. This is where I got my entry on. Just there with a $29 stop. So this one here for this one, that's obviously to 13.50. 1800 is a 20% trade for me there, which obviously, you know, if you can make 100% per annum in your trading account, you're doing very well. So yeah, I'm just waiting for this trend change to happen here. I just want to see some bearish structure here forming, and then we'll take it short, and then from there we'll go up afterwards. Okay guys, any questions, give us a shout. Sorry about the poor volume quality last week, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care.